lives entrusting oneself to famous stars. And if someone posts against this opinion, one pushes them into Rokigan. The players who role-play the major catastrophe and mock the victims. The player who coordinated the malicious rapist, and the other player who coordinated the victim of the major catastrophe. The player who gestures feminist fingers that are a sign of hatred. The player who posts a kiss for the 2D character. The player who is kicked out of his home by his dad and his mom, who is suggesting family register cancellation to him after he covered his mom's panties on his head, and is live streaming. The insane guild that interferes with one's hunting has membership requirements stating that applicants must have available interference hours of 15 hours or more, and must authenticate their resident registration card along with a naked nude photo that includes the applicant's face and private parts without any mosaic. The cult leader who tells his followers to spend money in Maple Story. The retard who took a loan of 20 million. Wanted to play Maple Story just before the Rebirth Flame incident a year ago, and then started Reboot. The retard who took a loan of 6 million, one to spend for Rula Petite Pets. The retards who took the Sunshine loan to spend in Maple Story. The unfilial offspring who says he wants his mother to praise him for having good additional potential. And the other unfilial offspring who is telling his mom that he is very anxious because he achieved unique additional potential, but does not appear in 2 lines or more of S-Tar. The scum who killed his baby through neglect and bound with a towel for 15 hours or more. And when the debt collection for 35 million once started and the bills became overdue, he blamed his baby for the situation and hit its head and breast. The arsonist who torched his back mountain and fled from the scene was a middle schooler at that time. The cyberbullies who talk smack about the YouTuber's parents. The deceivers who disguise Maple Story's incident as other games' incidents. Exploiter who increases the PC room occupancy by opening Maple Story on multiple computers where no one is present. The unfilial person who forces their grandmother to go to the PC room to play Maple Story. The retard who has been sued twice for engaging in keyboard battles in a community. The rude asshole who forcibly made someone who is around their mother's age apologize for not being good at the game. The retard playing Maple Story at the funeral. The fucktards who asked to be informed about a funeral in advance. The abuser who's trying to sell their dog to buy the item in Maple Story. The immoralist who lies to their mom about meeting a friend and goes to the PC room to spend money on Maple Story cube items. The murderer who was playing Maple Story. The gambling addict who borrows 24 million to spend on Maple Story and causes trouble for their parents. The damn brats who forced the victim to play Maple Story for them and bullied them to the point of suicide. The soldier who enjoyed playing Maple Story and committed a mass shooting. The crazy nuts who shared revenge porn Maple Story, in which the judge mentioned that there would be extreme pain. The famous Maple Story player who scammed people by promising to enhance their items for millions of one when caught. The scammer who had a history of attempted rape. Maple Story, which has the 3rd highest number of scams among all sites. The sex offenders guild that enjoys the 2 young girls being undressed and sexual harassing them by a group. The Maple Story directors who manipulated the probabilities.